Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Alice in Industryland. So today we have a special guest here. Her name is Atheing. Can you introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Hi, it's Atheing, aka Van City Supermodel.
Atheing is a fashion model and she will be sharing her experience in the industry in Vancouver and also outside of Vancouver. Can you share a little bit about how you got started in modeling?
Actually, it was way back in like late 2019, and I started my first photo shoot with one of my best friends at the time, and we shot our first magazine in the same cover, and I got like a rush from it, and I was like, I gotta get signed.
Oh wow, cool. So you after your first shoot, you got published a magazine and on the cover, and then you decide to go ahead and sign with a model agency.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
I went to like two, honestly, and I feel like when I look back, I should have like really thought of my options.
Yeah, that's a great tip because a lot of models who are starting up or wants to get into the industry are always concerned about which agency should I go, or should I go with agency, or should I just do freelance? Do you have any tips for that?
Honestly, I feel like having an agency backing kind of opens more opportunities for yourself, and having a way to also be able to work creatively independently is a good aspect too. But depending on like what the agency can offer.
So in terms of modeling, what kind of modeling have you done up to this point so far?
Well, I've been modeling for 3 years now, and I started at like local fashion shows, and then from local fashion shows, I met like photographers and designers, and then I learned to network, and I feel like the networking aspect is so greatly important, especially finding future opportunities.
In terms of networking, I think that's a really great point because not many people see the importance of networking in the industry. How do you have any tips to network within your industry of modeling and fashion industry?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like you start with like one connection, right? And that opens another avenue, especially when they repost you and you stay connected. And also like working with local creatives in your area. Like if you have a friend who's getting into like let's say makeup artistry, and a friend's doing hair and a friend's doing nails, I feel like that whole collective can really like inspire others and also like feel good, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So, when you are doing more creative work with other creatives within the industry, what's the most challenging part you find in looking for jobs like that?
I feel like also like another part with modeling is knowing who is the right person to work with, because you don't want to just like go blindsided. Because you know modeling is fun, and you know you see like the finished results, but you don't really see the behind the scenes into modeling. You know, you hear a lot of stories, and for young models who want to get into it, that's something that you should very like really think through. Have like a trusted adult is very important.
You mean to take along to the shoot?
Yeah,
location?
like yeah,
Okay.
especially if you're like underage.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Also, I felt the same way. And a couple of years ago, I made a posting on my social media too for models, for females specifically, how to look out for themselves, because there was an incident. I don't know if you remember, there was unfortunate things happening within the industry. So I wanted to give a little bit of heads up in terms of what to look out for models, how to keep them safe. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave the link down below. So in terms of modeling, I know this can be a little bit sensitive topic, but would you say you have to be pretty to start a modeling, or does that play a factor? Or what is your opinion on it?
Wow, that's a question. Honestly, I feel like there isn't like a pretty, like there is pretty models, but I feel like individuality and like the human aspect to modeling, I feel like that's real, and I feel like everyone wants to be represented in such a way. So I feel that everyone should be represented and see themselves.
Yeah, that's a great answer because I still get a lot of questions up until even now. People ask, do you have to be super tall, super fit, super pretty to start modeling? And I think the view is a little different from different people, obviously, and also different industry they're in. But personally, I do agree with you. I think uniqueness that each individual brings is more important than how this person looks really close to the standard beauty. You've mentioned that it's important that you are representing. So as a Black model yourself, would you say being a Black model is advantage to your role or disadvantage, or what are your thoughts on it?
I think I have an advantage by, my genetic role. And I'm gonna be honest with that. And there is like, I saw on like TikTok, like how there's like people talking about how pseudo models are always like dominating like, the fashion industry. And I feel like it taken offensive to me because like I see like many different like dark skinned models like in different like areas in West Africa and Central Africa, and I feel like that gets overlooked by just saying a pseudo model. Like, are you really looking into it? And I wrote like a whole bunch of things, and I was like just airing it out on social media. Like, don't be looking for it, but like it's out there.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I think it could be considered as a little bit sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But, recently there's use of AI and there was, an ad generated with AI with, Black model. Personally, it could be an advantage in the use of AI, but also disadvantage is less opportunity for models, like real models like yourself. What are your thoughts on those?
Oh my gosh, AI is such a tricky topic because there's some creative peoples on that part, but honestly, like I still appreciate the human aspect. I feel like all of us should be making money. But honestly, using my dark skin and, like there's like a little controversy because like back in the day, there is like trending AI back in the day, dark skin. And the creator was a white creator. And a lot of people started like sparking up like, he's really profiting off like a dark skinned model, taking away jobs that could be potentially us. And there's like a whole conversation about that. Like,
yeah, that's really interesting. And I think what I appreciate about being in Vancouver is diversity, but also it's hard to determine where to draw the line in terms of creativity and also respecting. So I think that's a little bit tricky part, but I think also it takes time for us to figure out, as this is a new idea for some people and also in the creative industry. You've mentioned about being outside of Vancouver. Like, are you planning to go for your studying or modeling?
yeah, I feel like school and education is so important to me. I do want to like focus on that when I have the chance, but I feel like I have a calling and I don't want to miss it. And I believe that like I want to be able to get that out of my system for a whole year and go back to school, start a business, and start like other projects. So recently I've done like Paris, Milan, New York, and visited there just to see what the fashion scene was like. And in those cities, I prepared like, you know, me and my agent, some like agencies to like go see and have like, you know, an agent in the city when if I plan to stay there. And Milan worked out really well, and I'm going to be able to see my agent sometime the end of the month.
Oh, wow. That's for modeling career, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you.
Wow. That's going to be a really new challenge for you.
It is. I feel like the preparation aspect is quite hard because, like, you know, with modeling, it comes with a lot of investment. Like any other like job big you take, like makeup artists have to invest into their kits, and photographers have to invest in their cameras. For us, like, you know, if you live like in the eastern side, like in Canada, agents are not going to be very appealed to fly them all the way out to Paris. You know what I mean? So like just preparing like your flights, your hotels are just something that you need to prepare for. And if I'm going to be real, if you're going to be starting from scratch, like you're going to be having to plan and also like prepare yourself. Like me, I just hustled.
I think you point out really important part of modeling, and even in any industry, that what you see on the outside is very flashy, glamorous, really fancy work you do as a model, but it's really hard to imagine or even to see what kind of hard work you put in underneath to actually make that happen. And I think I pay a lot of respect for you really trying hard to get those gigs and get those roles as a model. And I think that's really aspiring for models, other models who are starting off.
Yeah.
Would you have one advice that you can give to models who wants to be in your place?
Honestly, kick ass. Honestly, and also like even on your bad days, like we all have them. Like don't let social media like fool you. Like we have like our best days, and as women, like remember we go through cycles, and you know you'll get back to your best days. And as long as you're taking care of yourself and you know doing all that, like you'll be set. Like keep your energy up and people will feel that.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Thank you. So if people want to follow you or check your work, where could they find you?
You can find me on my Instagram, atheing.b, and on TikTok, Atheing.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And guys, if you want to hear more about other industry professionals coming to our channel, please check out and subscribe, like, comment, please. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.